This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
Good morning to you. The first time Kentucky played Auburn, the Wildcats scored a season-high 110 points. They didn't do that yesterday, but still, no problemo. The Tigers were the Cinderella story coming into this one, winning 3 games in 3 days to get to the Southeastern Conference semifinals. Auburn head coach Bruce Pearl said that he brought 4 suits to the tournament, not because he planned there to be there until Sunday, but because he sweats so much. Auburn 1 game away from playing in the finals today, but they would have to do something that has not been done this season, and that is beat Kentucky. The Cats 33-0, going for it anyways, and that's how you start the game. Aaron Harrison, buckets. Ashley Judd, she's a huge fan. She's loving it. Later, Cats on the run. Tyler Eulis to Willie Cauley-Stein, the wraparound pass. 18 for WCS. UK outscored Auburn 21-9 in transition. All right, now I'm not sure what 6'1" KC Ross Miller was thinking right there. He tries to go up against Carl Townsend. Willie Cauley-Stein gets blocked, and then Devin Booker and Trey Lyles pushes it up the court. Lyles with the layup. Look at this again. Oh my goodness. Ross Miller is 6'1". Towns and Willie Cauley-Stein combined for about 13 feet 11 inches. That's a whole lot of wingspan too. Now it's the roomies working together. Eulis over to Devin Booker, back to Eulis, and back to Book. 12 for Booker. Kentucky up 18 at the break. John Calipari's like, oh, we've been there, done that. Second half now. Cats back out in transition. The Wildcats were 8 of 8 from the field on the break. Andrew Harrison this time, 3 of his 15. And then here come the Kitties again, up 68-44. Booker up to WCS. Cauley-Stein rocking the rim. Kentucky shoots 56% from the field. 5 guys in double figures. 91-67, the final from Nashville. Wisconsin and Purdue in the Big Ten semifinal last night. Fans celebrating St. Patty's Day a little bit early. You know, that doesn't happen until Tuesday, but it's all good. Final play of the half. P.J. Thompson, can I get a buzzer beater? Purdue hits the locker room up 5, and then early second half, game tied. Sam Decker misses the reverse lay-in. Wisconsin grabs the offensive board, and he kicks it out to Bronson King. Badgers go up by 3. Off the Boilermaker turnover now later in the game. Nigel Hayes. Hey, Decker, I got you, man. There's your touchdown pass. Decker slams it home. Wisconsin by 6. Badgers starting to pull away in this one. Later on, Wisconsin now up by 11. Raphael Davis, get out of here. Frank Kaminsky blocks the shot. The big guy runs the floor and hands it off to Decker. Woo! Slow start offensively for Wisconsin. Doesn't hurt them, though. They win it over Purdue 71-51. Big Ten title game later on today. So who will Wisconsin play in the Big Ten title game? Michigan State or Maryland? 8th-ranked team in the nation. First half, Jake Lehman drawing the double. Kicks it out to Melo Trimble. Terps by 7. Hot shooting start for Trimbles. Starting the game 4 for 4. Maryland up by 8 points. They look good in the Big Ten this year. Michigan State starting to go on the run. Travis Trice, hand in the face, no prob, I got it. Let's go second half now. Sparty grabbing their first lead of the game off Denzel Valentine in the corner. Sparty up 2. Here comes Michigan State. They're not done. Gavin Schilling in the paint. Easy buckets. Spartans back up 3, and Michigan State does not look bad. They get the win over Maryland 62-58. They get the Badgers today in the Big Ten title game. Now to the Big 12 tournament championship game. Bill Self, Kansas, Iowa State. Here we go. Go first half. Devontae Graham and Perry Ellis working the pick and pop. Buckets. Kansas up by 4. Jayhawks have won 6 out of the last 11 Big 12 tourney titles. They come out of this game killing it. On the break, Wayne Selden Jr. Woo. Kansas leads by 14 at halftime recess. Second half, Cyclones continue their pattern of getting down in the tournament and coming all the way back. Naz Long with the layup there, and here they come again, the Cyclones. Iowa State. They go on a 17-2 run. All right, 17 seconds left. Jayhawks down 3. This is for the Big 12 title. Frank Mason III, no. Decides to go for the quick 2, no good. Iowa State goes back-to-back. Second straight year the Cyclones win the Big 12 tournament, 70-66. Much more on the Kentucky Wildcats in the next half hour. That's a first look at sports this morning. Enjoy your morning. Good morning to you. If Kentucky could win yesterday, the W would break the record for the longest win streak in Kentucky history. Cats versus the Tigers of Auburn in the SEC tournament semifinals. Auburn head coach Bruce Pearl, he said he brought 4 suits to this thing because, well, not because he thought he would be there Sunday, because he sweats too much. Could Auburn get past the big boys to play in the SEC tournament finals? Here we go. Kentucky, Auburn in the semis. Let's do this. John Calipari's team going for 33-0. Early in the first half, Aaron Harrison gives the Cats a 12-point lead. He dropped 12 points himself. Ashley Judd loving it. Of course, she's like UK's second biggest fan. Drake's the biggest, right? Later, Cats on the run. Tyler Eulis to wrap around pass to Willie Cauley-Stein. He was really, really good yesterday. 18 points. UK outscored Auburn 21-9 in transition. Oh, and there's that Willie Cauley-Stein again. Trey Lyles finishing on the other end. Take another look. Carl Towns and Willie Cauley-Stein combining for the block. Poor KC Ross Miller. I'm not sure what the 6'1" guard was doing there, going up against about 13 feet and 11 inches. That's a lot of wingspan. Now it's the roomies working together later on. Eulis over to Devin Booker, back to Eulis, and back to Book. Locked and loaded. 12 for Booker. Kentucky up 18 at the break. 5 cats in double figures, I should say, including Booker yesterday. Second half, Cats back out in transition. They were 8 of 8 from the field in the break. That was Andrew Harrison, 3 of his 15. And then here they come again. Booker up to Cauley-Stein. 68-44 there. Kentucky shoots 56% from the field. 5 guys in double figures. As I mentioned, they won by 35 in Lexington a month ago. The Cats win by 24 this time. Josh McKinney is down in Nashville and wraps things up from the semifinal day.
1 win away from title number 28 of the Southeastern Conference. The top-ranked Kentucky Wildcats to face the Arkansas Razorbacks Sunday afternoon in the SEC Tournament Championship game. The Wildcats posted 5 players in double figures in their semifinal win over Auburn and will now play Sunday for the SEC title. But John Calipari would rather play on Saturday.
Obviously that would be the best thing, but it's above my pay grade to make that decision. So if we have to play on Sunday, we'll play on Sunday, and that's fine.
The Hogs will need to deal with a UK lineup that has versatility 1 through 9, giving Calipari some flexibility with his lineups.
When you're playing 9 guys, you can really shuffle. And you watch today, like I'm playing Trey at some 4, which is what his natural position is. He's playing a 3 for us, which is making him guard guards. It's going to be so beneficial to him going forward. But when you see him as a 4, you're like, why aren't you playing him at 4? Because Willie's a 4. Well, why don't you play Willie at 5? Because Carl's the 5. And you still got the Kari out there. I mean, so we're trying to, shuffle them.
One player, though, not in the mix is junior Alex Poitras, who is out with a knee injury. And while he may not be playing, he still serves as an important part of this team's run.
I mean, it's been tough. It was tough in the beginning, but the way his personality is, he's always engaged with all the players on the team and stuff like that. I mean, he's not playing, but he definitely contributes to the team. So
I know it's killing him not to be a part of this, but he is a part of this. He really is. And as we go forward, these guys know it's been a tough time for him, but they're great to him. I mean, these guys are good to each other. They really are.
Now, like he has done all season long, Poitras will be on the bench Sunday afternoon cheering on the Wildcats as they take on the tournament's number 2 seed, the Arkansas Razorbacks, in the SEC Tournament Championship game. 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 12 o'clock Central, inside Bridgestone Arena. I'm Josh McKinney for WYMT Mountain Sports.
Good stuff, Josh. Have fun down there in Nashville today for the championship game. The Western Kentucky women going for a 2nd straight conference tournament championship last night in Birmingham, Alabama. The Western Kentucky women taking on Southern Miss. Here we go. Winner is the champion of Conference USA. Let's go first half. Alexis Gobin goes off the glass. 22 points for Gobin. She's had a big tournament. Later, WKU down 2. Tamara Jones. 8 points, 10 rebounds for the Golden Eagle. Now we're tied up at 15. Lady Tops on the break. Bria Gaines. Up and in. They knocked down 4 of their first 6 threes in the semifinal game. Govan connects in the corner here, and the Conference USA Player of the Year is putting in work and rocking from downtown. WKU is going dancing. The Lady Tops are the Conference USA champs, 60-57. Lincoln Memorial taking on North Greenville, first round of the D2 National Tourney. Let's get down to Harrogate, Tennessee. The LMU ran the floor all night. Dorian Pinson, easy layup. Actually, he gave the assist to Jarrell Simmons. That was the easy layup, completes an 8-0 run. Corvell McElroy, though, he says, led North Greenville with 21, 3 of those there, but LMU still leads by 10. Nifty steal here by Micah Parker. And McElroy the throwdown. Splitters lead 31-21. Keenan Peterson led LMU in scoring with 23. He says, you're going to dunk in my house, I'm going to take it right back at you. Stretches the lead to 12. Second half, missed shot from Spencer Reeves. No worries. Jay Jennings there to clean it up. 79-51. Lorenzo Ross drops in 3 of his 20 points for LMU on the night, extending the lead to 32. And then later it's Ross again, splitting the rails on the defense and scoring a bucket. LMU gets the win 95-62 and advances to the second round of the D2 tournament today at 7:30 p.m. That's a final look at sports this morning. Enjoy your morning.